Hey, I've spent all my effort editing the first video, so the second video here will not get any editing whatsoever. What's up, it's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums. And today, for my second review of the day, I'm going to be talking about a new album from Nanoray, Manzai. So Nanoray is an electronic artist, somebody who I've been following since the year 2021 when he released the album Zapper. And yeah, I feel like Zapper is the only album that people who are not Nanoray fans will listen to, but I became a fan because of Zapper. Back in 2021, the album Zapper blew my mind. It is some of the most fun, colorful electronic music I've ever listened to, and it is like one of my first few encounters with breakcore and drum and bass in general. Now, further onwards, Nanoray has been pretty prolific and active and pretty much putting out albums every single year. We have Nurse 2, where he takes a darker, edgier turn, but the album itself is just okay. Maiden, coming out in the next year, in the year 2022, is also pretty fantastic. It's more video game focused, and there are some truly amazing hidden gems in that album that I still listen to constantly. Following that, we have the album Toy Box, which I'm not a big fan of, but the track Blue Whale, I believe it was called, absolutely fantastic. Can't stop listening to it. The beats, the way they transition harder and harder and harder, it's just absolutely infectious. And the whole track is extremely long too, and it sounds amazing. Then last year we have Delta PP, where we see Nanoray sort of slowly transition into a slightly more different sound, but the album just didn't really land with me. It's just a very inconsequential album. Now, on this new album, Manzai, Nanoray continues to stray further away from the colorful, kawaii anime style. I hate saying that, but I have to. And more to video games styled music, and more jungle, less EDM, more jungle, more liquid drum and bass as well. And in fact, this new album here has a bit of lore to it. So on the YouTube video that is the album, in the description it says, Apple Motan and Banana Mada are fresh spring green comedians ready to show the world how they can make it laugh! But when a senior comedy troupe invites them to appear on a show, they are thrust into a world full of strange new ideas. They must adapt if they are to survive this hellscape of challenges and punishment games. And most importantly, you will die if you lose your sense of humor. Also, it sounds like I'm making fun of this album. He may actually watch this video. In fact, he commented on my on one of my album reviews, so I will forever keep bringing that up. But anyways, we have this album, two comedians trying to survive, and that has somehow led to a drum and bass album. And this is a pretty low-key album at only 36 minutes long, and it just feels like a slight dip in the water. It's pretty inconsequential, honestly, and it is an experimentation. It's not supposed to be some big concept album or anything like that. So almost immediately, this album already didn't blow my mind at all. I think some of the tracks on this album are great. There are some really good moments, but overall, it just feels like a pretty inconsequential album. We have Sign On, and immediately we are hit with nimble, fast keyboard licks, peppy drum and bass. It sounds really good. It sounds really solid, but is it as good as the opener to Zapper? No. Just no. Samp 1 feels like a B-side to an album that's already existed. I do, however, really like the wobbly, squealing synths. The delay effect on the chopped vocals sounds amazing. And the chaotic breakbeats are really good. Definitely one of the better tracks on the album. Following that, we have Build Shit! Which is also a banger with pumping beats, cutesy keyboard segments. But when I listened to the track, I was like, wait, this is literally just an alternate version of Salmon Cannon Deluxe. It just sounds exactly like that song. Same structure, same type of rhythm, same aggression. Following that, we have Morning Anime Block, which is much more cut and dry and mid-paced. There are flies in this room, Jesus Christ. The sweet sugary J-pop lead melody at the end is really nice as well. The track Diver is another meat and potatoes drum and bass track, intercutting with more looser breakcore. And then U_O is easily the most aggressive and fast-paced track on the entire album, with metallic tones and looped vocal bits. But I love the second half of the track, where it suddenly transitions into this smooth, slick sci-fi thing. It just sounds really cool. Foley, is an entire track showing off the Foley effects library, I guess, because there are a lot of textured sounds on this track, but they're all kind of just mashed together for some reason. HH sees the music go a bit more low-key and spacey. Finally, we have the last two tracks on the album, and the last two tracks are easily the two best tracks. We have Comma 6, which is nearly 6 minutes long, and unlike most of the tracks on the album, this one feels like an actual finished track. It feels solid. It feels like a whole complete song. There's a real groove to it, very catchy keyboard licks, pumping beats. This track is a fun time. But the biggest surprise on the album is the album ending sign-off, which is a complete departure from the rest of the album. Say goodbye to drum and bass, say goodbye to jungle, say goodbye to breakcore, because this is like not even. This is just instrumental hip-hop at this point. This sounds like a New Jeans song. Maybe Nanoray should produce for New Jeans. I think that would be really cool. But this track just screams late 90s, early 2000s hip-hop with a boom bap beat. Very cute keyboard licks. It sounds like some VTuber's outro music. It's very bouncy, it's groovy, a little funky maybe, and overall a pretty sweet ending to a rather inconsequential album. So yeah, there are some really great moments here, but I'm just gonna keep this album at a decent 6 out of 10. So have you listened to the new Nanoray album? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. Also, holy shit, so much music just dropped, so many albums to review. Falling in Reverse, Sunday, Falling in Reverse, Magdalena Bay, Melt Banana, Fontaines DC, and so much more. Thanks for watching.